So here we have game number 3 between EGIdra and Select. The map is Xel'Naga Caverns. So given that, I don't really expect there to be a quick game like we've seen in the past couple. I'm anticipating, given the kind of, I don't know, the balance, I'll say, of the map, for Terran to be able to be particularly successful against Zerg, given the, well, I think in all matchups, except for TBT, obviously, given the strength of this position here through these gold minerals. And I'm wondering, actually, if in the near future, if they won't get rid of these. It seems to be a trend in a lot of the GSL maps, with Belshire Beach losing the gold minerals, Antigua Shipyard losing the gold minerals. So, I don't know. Maybe that's something they're going to try and do away with, since it is such a positional advantage to have a planetary here, siege tanks, etc., holding it down. So the series is tied at 1-1, so this one's going to give a nice game advantage to whoever is able to pull it out. I don't know. I think a really good macro game does... Oh, and there he goes with the bunker again. But I don't think this is really meant to do anything except freak EGIdra out a little bit. Force him to do something like pull some drones, this kind of thing. Waste some APM, some focus on something that really doesn't matter. So yeah, that's what that is. But here comes the Marine, just in case, I guess, in case EGIdra tries to call a bluff and is unprepared to really deal with, and with the bunker actually finishing. This Marine is not microed, so it will not get this drone. And here we go, getting the 5 transfer drones to deal, if only for a second, with that bunker. And so this looks like a build that I'm a fan of, and I think so's everyone playing in the TVZ matchup these days, as the Reactored Hellions expand. Pretty safe build. Get that map control, although you can't really deal with this Overlord who's hanging over the caverns here. Lightning caverns. Because the Lings are going to be able to come over here, chase away that SCV, and get the Xel'Nagas. Getting up his expansion, nice, good timing on all of that. Spinecrawler going to go down to guard the front for EGIdra. I think if you see this Reactor Hellion opening, I mean, maybe it's crazy for me to think this, but maybe you want to go ahead and just out-trick the tricksters or whatever, and grab a third or something. Because I don't know, on this map I really wouldn't expect that as a Terran player. I would think, okay, my Hellions are here, I'm controlling your creep a little bit, I'm making you build a couple Zerglings, maybe a Spinecrawler or 2, put your queens, although he's going to use Zerglings. I'm surprised he's not using a queen. He needs to get this guy buried. There he goes. There's the queen and the other Spinecrawler, so this is really not going to do much damage. He might get a creep tumor. Yeah, he'll definitely get the creep tumor. But is he going to lose? Oh, just gets away with 2 health. And I guess it is totally a great idea that he didn't put down a base here, because he would have scouted it perfectly. So I was wrong. Stim coming out from Select. A pretty standard play, I think. I'm imagining. He's still building Hellions. I'm pretty surprised by that. Just poking back and forth, keeping EGIdra on his toes. But all the while, EGIdra's drone count is up 35 drones. He's repositioning his Spinecrawler both to guard this, although a quick run by would work, which looks like exactly what Select is going to do. 5 Hellions could do some good damage. He's got a starport coming in, 2 more Hellions, so he's really committing to this early Hellion push. But EGIdra just will not switch over to roaches. Drones lining up. 4 drones going to be going down total right there. Lings, all he has, bringing the queen over. He's going to lose a lot of these Lings, but the Spinecrawler and all the queens are going to force the runaway from these Hellions. One more. Nope, Spinecrawler does not get another hit on it. And he's just going to leave him here. Okay, there we go. So overall, he's able to get 5 drone kills, which is pretty good. Bringing the drone count. Now he's up by 14 though, so it would have been 20 had he not been able to do that. Another Evo chamber, great placement. So he's going to slow down and pretty much, well, lock down this behind the minerals run by that Terran would like to do. He's going to try and get a couple of these creep tumors, and he's bringing more and more Hellions over. And the macro hatch going down for EGIdra? No, I'm misreading what that is. That's a layer. Excuse me. Getting a few creep tumors. And back in his base, he's bunkering up. Got a medic out. He's not making tanks. Incidentally, I'm pretty surprised. I usually see this, you get a couple Hellions out, you go and poke, do a little damage, and then you switch over and you build a marine tank, pretty much. Get your medics. Meanwhile, EGIdra wants to do a little backdoor run-by of his own, but it shouldn't do tremendous amount of damage, because there's not that many drones, and these Hellions, if he reacts quickly, would be able to clean up these lings. One going down. You got 1 SCV for 12 lings. Now the macro hatch has gone down. It's halfway to being done. Lair is finished. Getting the Spire and getting Baneling speed. He's getting a 3rd simultaneously. So I'm working down these rocks over here. But while this is all happening, some pretty good aggression is coming at the front of his base. He's got medics, he's got stim marines, no shield, and about 8 Hellions? No. This could be kind of scary, but depends a lot on the Banelings. What damage is he able to do with the Banelings? How long is he able to hold off? He's moving them up in the position to come from behind where they expect them to be. Banelings getting off some decent hits. Oh! Bunch of Hellions going down. Marines running. Good control though at the last there. Able to clean up Banelings for a decent trade. But without Hellions, Lings and Queens targeting down the... oh, he mismanages the Hellions. They're trapped there, but they do scout the 3rd. He's going to need to pick up. Queens are not going to be able to get there. Oh, the range in the Queens is pretty impressive. Here come the Banelings, Lings. He does pick up. He is going to go for this 3rd. And he's bringing in reinforcements here. Now he has tanks. He's stemmed even forward Marines from his natural. These are going to turn into Banelings, yep, and go running in here to do some significant damage. All the while, this 3rd is in serious jeopardy, but the Mutalisks are out. Going to be able to pick off the tank, potentially, if he comes around. 3rd does go down for EGIdra. The 3rd is going up for Select. He's producing +1 weapons. Here comes a big engagement. Oh, his Marines are going to be caught out in the open. Oh, he's able to run him away, but there's 1 Baneling left, and he picks off. The Mutalisks should be able to clean this up, no problem. So he deals with that damage. He's taking a different 3rd. I like this idea here. Lots of Marines coming out. Tanks. +1 shields. And his defense is not tremendous, getting another factor. But here come those Banelings rolling in. They're going to get a lot of SCV kills. Oh! Wow, that tank almost did the rest of the damage for him. Bringing up that total tab there. It's 8-5 now. So that's pretty good, favoring EGIdra. And he's got a supply lead of about 10 or 12. Well, my math is pretty amazing. 14. He's knocked down the gold. Select has not done so, so it'll be interesting to see which... Well, here he goes, probably to do that precise thing. Getting a bunch of reactors on his barracks. So he's up to 5 barracks, 2 factories, and a starport. While EGIdra has got an okay Mutalisk flock, so he's going to definitely scout that these rocks are going down. He's going to see the command center coming in, so he knows what's going down. And while he's doing that, he's going to go in and harass, try and pick off some SCVs. The turret is 1 millisecond away from going down, and then he gets it. But forces Select's army back. But I don't know. I think things are starting to look a little dicey for EGIdra because this planetary fortress, this section of the map is going to become locked down. He's transferring a lot of drones, putting down his towers. Here comes a pretty good army. The Banelings unable to really do a lot of damage. GG coming out of EGIdra. I don't think he had the critical mass of Banelings that he needed to really manhandle that. And I like the positioning. I know it was a little dangerous given that there are a lot of mutas on the map. But had he been able to fly in from the side before these Marines got there, he would have been able to do maybe one of these tanks, if not both. And then the Banelings would have been much more effective without the splash from the tanks. Anyway, on to the next game, Game 4.